told you, man, we took flight, ain't no coming down.
Yeah.
Let's get money. Yeah. Let's do it. Y'all better be ready, man.
Major Key Podcast, Season 3, Episode 15. We in the building. I got Oso Blanco in here with me tonight, baby. Yeah. You know that energy's high.
Always.
What's good with you, bro?
Nothing, chilling. Happy to be alive another day. Looking forward to what the future holds.
Absolutely, man. And this right here has been in the making for a while.
Yeah, for real.
This has been in the making for a while, bro. We had to get this done. We cannot put this off any longer, man. And it's going to be official. It's going to be a night to remember. We're definitely going to touch on a broad topics and a lot of things that, that's going on out there. You're not a content creator. Oh, yeah, you are. You're a radio host, man. Come on, what we talking about? You're a radio host. But as far as being a direct artist or, things of that nature, you're not. But, you're in tune. You're in tune with the people whoever don't know you out there, let them know who you are, what you represent, what you're doing out here, bro.
Well, my name is Oso Blanco, born and raised in Atlantic City. Guess you could say that I'm a jack of all trades and just doing little things just to get by. Had a lot of mishaps during my life, but I think those experiences what made me stronger to the person that I became now, and it's opened up my eyes to like a lot of things that's going on, especially in the medical industry.
Word. Yeah, man. And listen, as long as you're learning and taking those experiences and making something out of them, I think you're good.
Yeah, no, for sure. I was just talking to you earlier. I think it's crazy how this is around the time that Joey did his first one. It was just crazy.
It was right around this time last year that Joey did. It was me, Joey, and Monsa on the podcast. And what's crazy, man? Before the show started, before you got to the studio, we got 2 shows coming tonight. We got To The Top Tuesdays, which is your show, and we're doing this. And I'm like, damn, do we really want to double up on shows today? And I told myself, I'm like, man, Joey was going to have another, like we're doing right now. Yeah. We was going to do another one, and we tried to wait until he had his show coming out and we were, really in motion with things. And it's just to the point of me not putting things off, bro. And I'm like, man, nah, we definitely going to get both of these shows done tonight. Right. And we going to get into it, man. But yeah, man, Joey's episode that he had on season 2. That was season 2.
Yep.
Wow, that was towards the end of the season. You right, bro.
Yeah.
That was like episode, I think, like 19.
Yeah.
Episode 19
something
or 18.
Around there, yeah.
Wow, man. That brother's dearly missed, man. For those that don't know out there, I don't know where you've been, but Oso Blanco, man, you actually introduced me to Joey.
Yeah, way back.
Let's touch on that a little bit, man, because we never been on camera talking about Joey like that, besides the benefit. Talk about your relationship with Joey, man, and let the people know out there how it was with you and Joey.
Oh, wow. I think it was right after I graduated high school. It was at the Mays Landing VFW. I got another a friend, Solomon. He actually introduced me to Joey, but it's funny because Joey didn't like me at first.
No way.
We actually ended up fighting.
Oh, wow.
It was in Ventnor. It happened in Ventnor because you know how he is with his things. He always wants things in order.
Yeah.
He's always meticulous about each and everything, especially in his crib. And I had spilled something on his table. And he got mad and I refused to clean it up. And then there's just a little scuffle ensued. But then after that, it's just like we found out that, we had similar traits in what we liked in life. It was similar. And we just hit it off from there.
Yeah, man. Joey, listen, man. Joey was the type of dude, and he was forgiving like that, too. Yeah. You just take care of it, man, and keep it pushing, and it is what it is after that. But Joey was that dude, man. And like I said, I met Joey through you. It was an honor to have you, introduce me to Joey and I together, man. It was something to remember. Joey was a person that brought people together, and it's hard to talk about it, man. It's hard to talk about it because you and I, we known each other since we were 8.
Yeah, but this boys' choir together.
Yeah. The boys' choir. He really took it back with that one. The boys' choir, there's a little bit of church in there. Yeah. Communions, all types of stuff, man. But you and I have more time in, but you and Joey were closer.
Right.
It's a thing about when you meet a certain person and you just connect like that. You know, I heard somebody talking about soulmates. You don't have to be. It doesn't have to be a spouse. It doesn't have to be somebody you're with. A soulmate is just a different soul that you know that you're close and you have a bond with. And it just seemed like you and Joey had that, man. Let me ask you this: as far as the relationship you and Joey had, what brought y'all so close together? What was it that made y'all, so tight? Made you so close?
I think it was more the family structure that we had in our personal life. Like he had a rough beginning with his childhood, and so did I. And his parents got divorced at an early age, as well as my parents. And then we just being on our own from early on is what really brought us together. And the fact that we had the same interests in life, and as far as the outlook in life, that's just how basically we hit it off, and what kept us together. I mean, it was so much of a tight bond that I ended up being the godfather of his daughter, and he ended up being the godfather of my daughter.
Wow, that's love right there. Wow, man. And you, listen, man, a lot of people, I talked about this on the show the other day. You were there every day after Joey bought his house.
Yeah.
Every day, 7 o'clock in the morning, waiting for this dude. Angie used to get mad at you. Like,
oh, my God, did she ever, man. She was just looking at me like, well, what are you doing here? It seems that you're more married to Joel than I am. That's how she always used to say it. And, me and Joey ran with that. And he was like, yeah, my wife's coming over. He'd be talking about me. And then Angie used to get mad. Like, doesn't he have his own house to go to? So, yeah, it was like that.
Yeah, man. And Joey, man, he's always going to be remembered as a great man, a worker. He always had that work ethic, that quality of just being a great man, yo. And to be able to share the space that we all did together. And that's one thing. You and I also went through a time when we weren't talking like that. Well, we just, life went this way.
Right.
But Joey was the one that brought us back.
Yeah.
Joey was the one that pretty much helped us get back to where we were, man. And give credit to God. God's the big one. He's the one. But Joey was that intermediate. He was that person in between, man. So
absolutely, man. Absolutely. He'll be missed for sure.
Absolutely, man. But you know what? We're going to keep the legacy going. We're going to keep, everything going in Joey's, for Joey's cause, I would say, for in his name. And the things that we were already doing, everything was in motion. The thing that I loved about Joey, man, he supported you. No matter what you was, he told you the truth. He supported you, and he wanted the best for you. So that's what we're going to continue on. And I appreciate you getting back.
Absolutely,
And we got this thing now. We every day we text each other in the morning, man. That right there is love, man. That right there. We need more brotherhood like that. We're not being ashamed to say what's up to your brother. I love you, brother. Keep it moving and pushing, and I want the best for you, genuinely.
Yeah, it's only takes 30 seconds out of your life. Like, really, you have 12 hours during the day to do whatever you need to do, work, spend time with the family, but just take that 30 seconds just to make sure that the ones that are closest to you, the ones that are opening up the doors for you, just to keep that bond going, because it's literally only 30 seconds, right? Just to type a good morning, good night, what have you.
Absolutely, man. All right, let's jump into some of the stuff that you really into. When did you get into the crypto world? Because you're really into that. Your show is To the Top Tuesday. It has to do with stocks and things like that. When did you really start tapping into that market? No pun intended. When did you really get into that, man? And what made you get into that?
It was about 3-4 years ago. My father actually brought it up to me because I was in the health field at first, but it didn't really work out because I saw some of the things that these doctors, I'm not saying that all doctors are bad, but it just seemed like they were benefiting off of our health in order to make their pockets better. And, right. They would just give you a medication, and then this medication will give you a side effect, and then they will give you another one, and then that other one will give you a side effect, and it just kept going and going. And it got to a point where I just told a patient that, go the holistic way, do this, that, and the third, and it'll help you out. And it ended up helping out the patient. Right. And the patient told the doctor, and then me and the doctor got into it, and he let me go from there. I did some things I shouldn't have said, but it is what it is. But luckily I came back out. I ventured off into driving because, again, Joel got me into that. He helped me get my CDLs. And now I love driving. And then my father just one day was like, yo, have you heard about this stock NIO? It's actually a electric vehicle from China. And he was like, I was like, nah. And he was like, look into it, see if you like it or not. So I went in, I did some research, and you can literally make money just by sitting there staring at a computer looking at lines. And I was like, I mind you, I lost 7,000 my first year trading. It was a rough experience, but as I delved deeper into it, I figured out, it takes patience. You have to be up on the news, whether it's left or right, and from there you just started making money, and it's almost like a full-time job.
Right. It keeps you afloat in a sense, but you got to know what you're doing, bro.
Oh, absolutely.
How long did it take you to know what you're doing? How many years in between? How much time in between till you really was like, and you have to invest that time to learn.
Right.
So how long from the time that you grabbed it or started doing it to the time when you really, really knew what you were doing?
In a matter of months.
That's it?
In a matter of months. Yeah, because with driving a school bus, I only work like 2 hours in the morning, 2 hours in the afternoon, and in between that time, I was just feeding my head with information on all types of news, how to trade algorithms, how to trade off of not trading off of your emotions, and just those aspects. Just watching a lot of YouTube videos, watching a lot of successful traders, unsuccessful traders, and even reading books, especially Rich Dad Poor Dad. You gotta check that book out because it just opens up your mind to a whole new world that you really don't realize you're living in until you actually really look into it.
Wow. So a few months. To everybody out there, or anybody out there that wants to get into trading, this is the guy right here to go to. And a few months, that's not a lot, man.
No, it's not.
But just like everything else, you have to give that time.
You have to.
You have to dedicate that time. Now, early on trading and learning the things that you traded, what was the go-to for you? What stocks were easy to trade? What was the starter for you?
The starters was the electric vehicle section, because at the time when I started, there was Trump was in the presidency, but he was into the electric vehicles as so much as this president is into now. And I saw that within a couple of weeks, when certain news came out in certain news channel networks like CNN or stuff like that, when they would talk about the electric vehicle sector, I see that it would go up 2 or 3%. Okay. And basically what I did is just I played off of those news. So I would put $100 here, $200 there, and then every time that the news would stop talking about it, I would sell immediately at a profit, and then the stock will go back down, and then I would re-enter it again, because for some reason it's like the news has a cycle of every time they put a story out, it's almost like they're trying to control the masses of what to do with their money, and I just played off of that, and I was making profit.
Wow. I just seen a movie. Help me out here, man. It had George Clooney in it. It's
Ocean's 12?
No, it wasn't Ocean's 12. It's something money. Man, I just watched it, man. And it had to do with the stock market. This dude went in, he has a show, almost like Mad Money. And he went in there, and Julia Roberts was in it too. And the dude came up to his show on the set, and he wanted to, so George Clooney was telling people what stocks to buy, what not to buy. And the guy, he went in and went into this one stock. A lot of people did too, and they lost a lot of money.
Oh, wow. That's called a rug pull, actually, is when a whale hypes up a certain stock. That means he has the majority shares of it, and he would tell everybody else to put their money into it, and then when the stock hits his number, he would sell all his stock, and then that stock drops all the way down, and then a lot of people lose their money on that, which is happening right now. FTX and crypto, it just went bankrupt because basically this one guy, Sam Bankman-Fried, he was the owner or CEO of this company, and had everybody invested into it, and all of a sudden it just went down to zero, and he's out in the Bahamas enjoying everybody else's money.
Wow. So how does that work? You lose all your money and they gain all their money. They take all their doors out.
Yeah,
they take your money out.
Basically, that's what they do. They take their money out and they just do whatever they want with it.
Wow. And the movie was like that. He came on set and he wanted he pretty much held the setup, and he wanted them to admit to their wrongdoings and the company and things. It was a great movie, man. After the show's over, I'm going to Google it. I'm going to show it to you. But La Dama O says, good evening and blessings. Leonard from Florida, salute to you. He's chiming in. He's checking in. He said, what up, gentlemen? Good evening. Salute to him, man. He had a great segment today on Leonard from Florida on the segment in the morning.
In the morning, I heard, with he had two, actually. He had one with Will Smith and the other one.
No, Will Smith was mine. He was talking about the word gaslighting.
Oh yeah, that
He
one.
was talking about he piggybacked on the White House subs. What do you think about the White House? I didn't get your perspective on that. Let's talk about that for a second.
It's just the name. It just, if you go in there, you see all these celebrities, pictures on there and stuff like that. I think it's more hype than anything. Yeah. Me personally, I like to go to, well, pizza wise, I like to go to South End, and then sub wise, I go to Sacco Subs.
Okay,
that's my preference.
He did mention Sacco's.
Yeah, Vic Sub also is good too.
Vic's is good.
Vic's is good, and then they got one right here in Egg Harbor Township.
Primos?
No, Pete Subs.
Pete Subs.
Pete Subs. You got to try it. It's next to the Eagle Market, right there where the gas station is at. Yeah. And there's another pizzeria there. It's I forgot what the name of that gas station.
There's one in Mays Landing too. That one is pretty good. They give you some big subs. What's the name of that one?
Is it Godfather?
No, it was right by the water. Right by the water. I can't remember the name of that. It saved my life, man. But yeah, man. Also, Javi, what up, Javi? He says, good job, bro. I appreciate you. Saludo, man. Javi, that's the homie, man. Now let's get into as far as in the stocks, right? When you started diving into, when you started really getting into the stocks, where did you see yourself comfortable? Where did you see yourself? Crypto's more current, right?
Yeah, crypto's very current.
Did you start with crypto?
No.
Okay, that's what I'm trying to get to. In the stock market, that's how you started, right?
Yeah.
Where was the comfortability within the stock market? Where did you find yourself like, man, this area? Is there area or something that
the electric vehicle area, because there's a lot of
So you stayed there after starting there?
Yeah, I stayed there for a while, and then after that I got into other stocks like the marijuana stocks, technology stocks like Microsoft, Nvidia, Apple is a good one, Amazon, and just plain different stocks. And then it's
Sugar Hill, my bad, I just read it.
Sugar,
Thank
oh
you,
yeah,
from Florida.
Sugar Hill,
salute.
Yeah, Sugar Hill, yeah, that is the best,
bro.
When I worked in Canada Dry, every morning I made sure I get myself to eat that for lunch. Sugar Hill, that's where it's at.
Oh, bro, you would not want to go back to work.
No.
You're tight, you full.
For real. And they give you a whole lot of meat. It's like you said, bro, it's big as hell, man.
My bad, I just seen it come out. I had to touch on that before we went back to it.
No, that was clutch. That was clutch.
Thank you later from Florida. But yeah, you were talking about the EV stocks and then the Microsoft technology stocks.
Technology stocks, yeah. The marijuana stocks, the health stocks. And then right now I'm playing more to the Chinese stocks just because of the turmoil that they have going on there. Especially
Chinese stocks, what's that?
They have companies like Didi, which is like their version of Uber.
Okay.
They have Neo, which is their electric vehicle, Li, XPEV, stocks like that. Because what I've noticed is that every time the United States shows news about the rough relationships they're having with China, the Chinese stock will go up. Because what I'm thinking is that since the American public it knows that there's turmoil, they're pulling their money out thinking that it's going to be at a loss.
Wow.
But it's not. It's completely opposite. Just like with this, I don't know if you heard this Balenciaga story.
I heard slightly. Put me up on it.
Oh my God.
Something about them posting pictures of inappropriate stuff.
Yeah, right, so they have like 3-year-old, 4-year-old children posting pictures with a teddy bear in bondage clothing, like a sex slave.
Wow.
Yeah. And then there's one picture precisely where the child is standing up with, leg and shoulder width apart. And then there's a cup. If you zoom out, there's a cup with a straw that's right in the middle of the
crotch.
Yeah. Wow. And the Twitter went wild, but it's funny because the news hasn't really went wild. Nobody really wants to talk about it. And if you look at their stock, you would think their stock goes down. It went up 5%.
Because people talking.
Exactly.
Sometimes bad publicity is good.
Right. It went up 5%. People started buying into it. I mean, they took it down. They apologized, but the conspiracy theorists are coming out saying that that the elites are run this world. They're full of pedophilia and child abusers and stuff like that. And it just goes to show you, like, could it be true?
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah. They say,
and they're not being canceled.
Yeah.
Like Kanye West was talking about these people months ago, and they were talking about he's crazy. crazy.
Yeah.
And now that this coming out to light, it's like, and Kim Kardashian, who's a big supporter of them, hasn't come out and denounced and knowing that she has children the age that they posted these pictures.
Wow.
It's a lot of, satanic stuff and satanic rituals, because they also have pictures with women in all red holding 2 babies drenched in blood and stuff like that. It's crazy. I mean,
stuff, man. There's a lot of stuff going on right now, man. What's going on? This is Major Key Podcast Season 3, Episode 15, man. We're simulcasting on TopClassRadio.com and the Top Class Radio app. We have Oso Blanco in the building. To the Top Tuesdays host. Official, dealing with stocks, crypto, everything you need to know about the stock market, and investment news. Great man. I've known him for a long time. We known each other honestly, right? Honestly? Not obviously, because you didn't know. I'm going to tell you. Since we were like 8, 9 years old, man. And it's been a long ride, man. And it's been an honor knowing a man like you, man of stature. And, you went to college, too. Touch on that. What did you go to college for?
I went to college for health. I wanted to become a physician assistant, but because of what I've been seeing going on at the health field, I didn't really get with the program because it was just basically me fighting a losing battle because I was by myself. And I mean, you could say that I could have kept going at it and become something to change it, but the players that they have in place for these healthcare system it's not great. It's not very good. And as long as I know what I'm doing and I'm comfortable where I'm at in my life, I'm happy with the choices I made, because when we were younger, I would have never thought I would have made it this far. The stuff that we were doing, Jesus Christ, like I was honestly, to myself, I still can't believe it. I wake up in the morning every day, I'm like, you really got here, like you really made it. And you too, man. Like, you got this ventures going on, opening doors for mad people.
Salute,
it's
man.
like we never would have thought, I would have never thought that I would have gotten to this point now. It's crazy.
See, we got God on our side. There's one thing, God takes care of his people, bro. And although those are learning experiences, and I always say this, man.
We really do have God on our side, because we
a couple times
we had life or death situations, like real life or death situations that I wouldn't. God is great, man.
Bullets flying by,
yeah,
close,
real close. I heard the ricochets and everything. It was crazy.
We made it, man. We made it thus far, and we got to give credit to the big one, and we're gonna continue on with this, man. This is something that we have kids, man. Well, I have 8 kids. I have a son. You have a few kids, and if we're not there for them, who's gonna be?
Right. Because nobody can raise them like you can.
Absolutely, man. We talk about this all the time. And then, recently I've been touching on that in the beginning of the morning show. A few stories here and there when it comes to that. And you've been chiming in as well, letting people know that don't let the system, or don't let TV, or don't let certain things raise your kids. You have to do that, And you have couple systems in play that, or certain things that you do to raise your kids in a certain way. And I want to say, man, congrats on having a family, having a few kids, and doing your thing, man. And your kids are way older. What's the oldest one?
I had a total of 6. I raised triplets when they were 8, 9 years old. Now they're 22. One of them is working in a dental office. The other one is doing security. And my son, the boy, he's in the military. He's in Georgia. He's a Marine. Okay. So I'm real proud of all 3 of them, so wherever they become. And then I have 3 biological children. And the oldest one is 16, 14. And then I have a 7-year-old. Well, she's going to be 7.
Word. Man, salute to that. And then, you know what? The thing is, the legacy continues on. You show them everything that you knew or that you have learned, and now they can teach their kids, and things like that, man.
You have to keep it going, because it's like you said, if you let technology, if you let the media or the public outside people raise them, everything can go left real quick. So you have to set standards in your family. You can't lose it, because I feel as though that's what evil wants. They want you to lose the main power of our main source of power, which is a family nucleus. Right. And if that's lost, then the world is going to be lost.
Absolutely, man. It's going to lead me right into the segment that we do here on Major Key Podcast. It's called The Key to Success. As I hand you the key, Oso Blanco, I want to know, for you, throughout the years that you have been living, that God has given you life, what has been the key to success to you, man?
Honestly, is don't leave for tomorrow what you can do today, because procrastination is the killer of all hopes and dreams. If you think you can do it today because you can. Anything is possible. Anything is possible. Your mind is greater than what you think it is, and if you really put your mind to it, you can really accomplish it. Like, I never thought I would be a trader. Like, it just came natural to me, because we grew up in the cusp of the technology world where things were just coming along, and I'm really good with computers just like you are, and then why not use it to my advantage instead of putting all this poison into me? Why not do something good with it? So yeah, my key to success is don't leave for tomorrow what you can do today.
Wow, salute to that. This is Major Key Podcast, Season 3, Episode 15 with Oso Blanco, man. Before you go, let them know where they can follow you. I know you got an Instagram, the Twitter. Shout out your Twitter, your Instagram, where people can check up on your stocks and things that you got going on.
So my Twitter is Cortez Angel, Cortez with an S, Cortes Angel 173 at gmail.com. That's for Twitter. And then I got Top Class also on Instagram.
Right, man. And before we go, I also want to ask you, as far as currently with the trade, I got two questions. Right, we got a few minutes.
Yeah.
What do you look forward to in the future coming up? Let's hit a 2023 question. 2023, right? Yeah, that's what we at. What are you looking forward to in 2023? And currently, what are the best stocks to jump into?
What I'm looking for 2023 as far as crypto, I'm looking on the collapse of a couple of brokerage. Right now, FTX is the first one to go down. I think Genesis is going to go down. I think Coinbase is going to go down. They're delisting a couple of crypto assets. And for 2023, I think XRP for the crypto is going to explode. It's going to be a huge factor. As far as the stock market side, I think Tesla, Apple, Amazon, and BNGO, which is a health stock, I think they're the ones that are going to take off next year.
All right, man. You heard it here first. Oso Blanco, this has been a pleasure. Salute to you, brother.
Yes,
this
sir.
has been in the making, and we got it done. I want to say once again, I want to thank the big one up there for putting Joey in our lives to bring us back together.
Amen.
And to bring this episode happen, man, and to make it happen. And we got it done. This is Season 3, Episode 15, Major Key Podcast. We ain't playing no games to the top. Ain't no coming down. Yeah.
I told you, man, we took flight, ain't no coming down.
Yeah.
Let's get money. Yeah.